Hey, Jimmy, good to see you again. I'm curious once the off season started, did you look back at what you were able to pull off in the bubble? And I know you're going to say it didn't mean anything without a championship, but you did some pretty iconic things in the playoffs. I'm wondering what level of personal pride you took from just doing those things on that stage.
Not a lot, man, to tell you the truth. We play this game to win. We didn't do that, and that's all that matters. I think we all have things that we want to be better at. We all wish we could have changed some things, but in the end, we get another crack at it now, and that's what I'll be locked in on. That's what we be locked in on is how can we be better and not let what happened last year happen again.
How, what is that? I mean, as weird as this might sound, the fact that you've been to a finals once and didn't get it, does it make you want it even more?
Uh, I mean, I didn't have to make it to the finals and lose it to realize how bad that I wanted to win it. But I think everybody here realized that it's very possible that we're capable of making that happen. So I'm with the guys. We just working together to figure out a way, figure out that formula. Obviously being healthy, get us there again, and this time we'll do what we're supposed to do.
Finally, Jimmy, it's only been like 7 weeks, since you played. How are you physically at this point? Do you feel ready to rev up and do this again, or how you're feeling, how you're doing?
I mean, you don't really care. Nobody really cares. I got a job to do, so that's what I got to be ready to do. I got to be ready to go out there and compete when these games start. Nicked up or not, I think a lot of people are going to be that. Still go out there, compete, still go out there and win. And that's where I'm at with it.
All right, next we have Ira Windeman with the Sun Sentinel.
I mean, you guys spoke of a real brotherhood and fellowship together, being locked in that bubble for 3 months and how you grew as a team. Now you come back. Jay Crowder was so influential in helping you there. I mean, Derrick Jones Jr., one game was on his back, giving his all, being carted off the floor. Solomon Hill, we heard a lot about his influence in practices. What's it like now to come back and see those three faces gone, but also, since you know the league and follow the game, to see faces like Avery Bradley with his defense, Mo Harkless with his experience, Precious with his sort of a youthful enthusiasm. What's different now in the mix? Do you sort of have feelings on who's not here now and your thoughts on the newcomers? Thank you.
I mean, I love and respect anybody that's been in the trenches with me to help me win games, to go to war, to put their body out there on the line for me. But I'm so happy for those guys because I think that each one of them, they've taken another step in their career. That's just part of the game. That's part of basketball, part of life. And as for, these guys that we have here now, they're coming in here and they're working. I respect that. We respect that. That's how we do things here. And they realize that everything that we do, that they do now is to win it. But I like it, Don't get me wrong. I really love playing with those guys that aren't here anymore. But I think I'm going to enjoy playing with these new guys as well. We all realize that we have a job to do. And I think that we're trying to do that right now.
All right, next we have Heat courtside reporter Jason Jackson. Go ahead, Jax.
Jimmy, greetings. Good to see you once again. Question about your mentoring. Do you continue with the enjoyable, very hands-on mentoring with Tyler, or do you now add to that and pick another young player and elevate them?
I try to give my knowledge to everybody that I can. And I ask just as many questions as I may be trying to help somebody out because I don't know everything. I'm not the best at everything. I just know a little bit of stuff. So when somebody asks a question, if I know the answer, then I'll point them in the direction that I know. Otherwise, I'm going to Dre. I'm going to OG. Hell, I'll go to Bam. A lot of guys have been here longer than I have been, in the league as a whole longer than I have been. So it's all about trying to teach everybody, including myself.
All right, next we have Anthony Chang with the Miami Herald.
Hey, Jimmy. Last year in your first season, there were a lot of new faces on the team. This year, you guys bring a lot of guys back. Does it feel in a way like you guys are picking? I know it's been a few weeks, but does it feel like you guys are picking up where you guys left off, a few weeks ago? And if so, what advantage do you think that will give you guys, with the turnaround?
I think that we we're all still getting better. We're all still learning on how we can be better. Everybody that's returning, all the new guys, we just got to figure it out to where we can all get on the same page as quickly as possible. Obviously, it's a quick startup, quick turnaround. So everybody's trying to get in the best basketball shape that they can be in, because there's nothing like basketball shape. As much as you work out, as much as you lift and ride the bike, it's much different than being out there and going up against bodies on the floor. So, we're taking it day at a time. I'm trying to make sure that everybody's still in it mentally, which we are. And then we'll see as this thing moves forward. But as for right now, I think we're in a good spot.
All right, next we have Will Manso with WPLG Channel 10.
Hey, Jimmy, I know you guys use the motivation of what happened last year falling short going into this season, but is there any motivation about maybe the theory that this team might have been a fluke, or that maybe you guys aren't as good as in a full season what you were in the bubble? Any kind of talk like that from the outside?
I don't really pay attention to the outside. They're not in here. They don't got Miami across their chest on their practice jerseys or across their chest whenever we compete in these games. Me, of all people, I could care less about what the outside thinks. I think we got a lot of people in this organization, on this team, they don't give a damn either.
All right, next we have Nick Friedel with ESPN.
Jimmy, as somebody who's grown close to Bam over the last year or so, what was it like for you to see him be able to buy a house for his mom?
Big, because that's his why. I think their bond is the best, and I think that the way that he plays, the passion, all of that, it comes from somewhere, and it comes from her. I love that. He deserves that. She deserves that. And like I said all along, that guy is what makes us go. He's the engine behind what we're trying to make happen. And I'm grateful to be on his side, to tell you the truth. And I know he's going to continually get better. So much more of that to come for both of them.
All right, next we have Ethan Skolnick from 5 Reasons Sports. Go ahead, Ethan.
Hey, Jimmy, apologize if you were asked this earlier, but with the way that the schedule is playing out and kind of these sort of weird back-to-backs with teams being in a city for, play 2 games over 3 nights, do you see any kind of adjustment? Have you looked it over to kind of maybe an adjustment in how you might want your minutes to be or anything else along those lines, or you just approach it like a normal season?
Approach it like a normal season and know that the training staff here, Coach Spo, they'll figure all that other stuff out. I just got to go out there and compete, communicate, when your body's not where it needs to be at. But all in all, we here to win. Everybody's going to be at the same disadvantage. So you can't say that, we got to do this, but the next team doesn't, because we all got to do it. So it's all about just figuring out how to win, how to maintain, and how to be healthy at the end of this thing.
Jimmy, just one more quick thing. Did you rewatch any of the NBA Finals since it happened, particularly those 2 performances?
No, thank you. And if I was to rewatch, I wouldn't rewatch the games that we won. I would look at the ones that we didn't.
Thanks.
All right, next we have Cooper Moorhead with Heat.com.
Jimmy, last year was so new for everybody, and it seemed like there was always something new to learn, whether it was how guys handled success, how they handled adversity, how certain schemes, lineups, how everything worked. Now that there's so much more familiarity and you guys have been through the fire together a little bit more, what are you hoping to learn about this group from now until the playoffs begin?
That every day, every practice, every game that goes by, I'm hoping that we all learn that we belong, that we're one of the best teams in this league, and we can do what we know we can do, which is win a championship. We said the whole thing last year. We didn't do it, but I think we better hold up, what we're talking about. I know that we're capable of it. I know that we believe we can do it. So I'm just hoping that we learn that we can hang with the best of them all year long.